Hey everybody, it's Henry from the PSI Defense Channel coming to you with another video of course, the amazing PEPPERBALL VKS. Previously only available to law enforcement, and after doing some preliminary testing, I can see exactly why. This thing is a beast. It's very dangerous. It's definitely not a toy. Definitely not built or designed for paintball whatsoever. It is designed to stop someone, a human being, in their tracks. So, of course, can fire their PEPPERBALL rounds and proprietary VKS rounds. I'm not a big fan of those because, as you paintballers know, soft rounds are subject to chopping in the breech. You know, there's a lot of bolt force that goes just at regular paintball velocities that slams up against the projectiles, and of course it's blown forward by the air as well, but the bolt creates quite a bit of force and impact as well with a blow forward design, and it can lead to chops of pepper rounds, which I've seen a video where when you're shouldering this, there was some guys who were test firing these with the powder rounds, and a big cloud of smoke exploded by him and the guy who was standing next to him. So you could potentially incapacitate yourself at the velocities we shoot these at. Not saying that that's going to be happening if you set up your marker to shoot those, but for me, as far as what I'm using them for maximum stopping power with kinetic rounds, strictly Grimberg's hard rounds, Sterling self-defense 10-gram steel tip balls. That's about the bulk of what I'm really trying to do with any less lethal marker. So I'm going to do some test shooting today. I'm going to chronograph some different rounds that I have. I have Jewel V2s, I have HP 68s, I have some 4-gram nylon balls, and I have some 10-gram Sterling self-defense rounds that I'm going to run through this and get some quick chrono numbers. The only thing I've done to this VKS, besides take it out of the box, was I changed the heat core O-ring on the other side, on the outside of the bolt, to a Grimberg unit, and then I increased the tank output pressure. So let me show you guys where we're at there. So we are just at a little over 850. As I said, this is not my marker, so I am not going to put a lot of PSI into this. I'll leave that to the owner, but I am confident that this can easily handle up to 1,000 PSI. I've got my T8.1 right now shooting at 1,100 PSI, and I was shooting 10-gram SSDs last night at over 400 FPS, so that's well over 70 joules. So I have no doubt that this is a lot stouter. Everything is more robust inside, so this could easily handle 1,100 PSI without a problem. So I'm going to get everything together. I'm going to grab my ammo. Okay, here is my ammo for my testing. Starting over here, I've got 4-gram nylon riot balls. I've got Jewel V2s. I've got HP 68s. And I've got 10-gram SSDs. The steel tipped printed skirt self-defense rounds. So I am going to, these will be last. SSD 10s. HP 68s, Jewel V2s, 4-gram riot balls. As you can see, the VKS mags hold everything really securely. Like I said before, the retainer spring is very robust. It even has a groove in the little bar there that holds the spring in place. So it's stronger than the First Strike springs. These ends that hold that on Seem to be redesigned. Very sturdy stuff. And all the actions are very positive. The VKS. Impressive machine. All right, going out to the range, guys. All right, here we go, guys. Round one of my fire testing. I'm going to be chronographing 2 4-gram ride balls, 2 Grimberg Joule V2s, 2 HD 68s, and 2 SSD 10-gram steel-tipped home defense rounds. And I am shooting with HPA for the first round with a tank output pressure of 850. All right, now I expect these 4-gram balls to exceed the 400 FPS that that my chronograph here can measure. Yeah, no surprise there. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 600 some FPS. Again, over 400. Here's the 2 Joule V2s. 373. $379. Next up, HP 68s. $379. $375. Last but not least, SSD 10s. $320, which is pretty impressive with a 10-gram round. And $316. I have no doubt that at 900 or even 1100 PSI, this thing would be getting 60, 70 joules easy, just like my T8.1 that's modified with HP, which I'll be doing a testing video. It's got an HPA tank shooting at 1100 PSI. I'll be doing a testing video soon with that, but I have no doubts that this will match those results. Okay guys, I'm reloaded in the same firing order. What I'm going to do, I got permission from the owner to run a 2x12 gram CO2 adapter through the back of this, which I anticipate is going to yield some really impressive results. Because of the additional expansion that you get from the internals of the VKS. Okay. You want to twist these all the way in to make sure that you pierce both CO2s. And it's cold in the front and the back. All right, nice click. Here are the 4-gram riot balls. That was loud. Of course, over 400 there. No surprise. Over 400 again. Here is the Joule V2s. 377. $374. All right, here goes the 2 HP 68s. $374. $383. HP 68s, and now the SSDs. It's $299. Of course, CO2 is running down. Excuse me. $324. All right, that's with CO2. Very comparable results with 2x12 gram CO2 adapter in the VKS. Very comparable to about 850 PSI output tank pressure from an HPA tank, which I think you could increase the results by increasing to 900 or even 1100 PSI, which I would be very comfortable with. Started to slow down, but I wouldn't be surprised if you probably get one full mag at high power out of two 12-gram CO2s, which probably wouldn't yield as consistent results as with the HPA tank, but it's a lot more convenient, very economical to run one of these. You can actually use the guide bar and actually attach any buffer tube style shoulder stock you need with that. VKS actually has this angle there that you can, the guide bar has this ability to do an angle to where you can put your buffer tube attached to that, which I think is amazing. Okay guys, here's the VKS. I've got 4-gram nylon balls loaded. And sorry it's dark. Hopefully this isn't too loud, makes my neighbors call the police, but here we have another coconut. I don't know if you guys know that there's the seam, that's typically the weak point, so I'm gunning for one of the strongest impact points right there. 4-gram riot ball. I have no idea what FPS these things shoot at out of the VKS because my chronograph only goes to 400. So until I get a better chronograph, that's what I'm working with. So let me set it up here and obliterate this coconut for you guys. Guys, I'm gonna go back to 25 feet and let it rip. Okay, looks like the iron sights aren't sighted in too well, so I gotta go high left. Okay guys, I had to bore sight it with a Balder Mini real quick because I did 0 adjustments to the iron sights, so they were a little bit off out of the box. So let me try this again. Ooh-wee. Yep, that's one hit with a 4-gram ball. Shattered the ball, as you can see. Now this 4-gram ball wasn't solid, it has a hollow core. But that's destructive power. Could you imagine if that was an 8 or a 10-gram ball? Look at that. 4-gram balls are good for distance and for FPS. They fly a lot faster, they fly a lot straighter. But just so I can see what's going on, let me try to find a really strong spot still. There we go. Find a really strong spot right there. It's undamaged, no cracks. Then I'll hit that with a Joule. Alright guys, Joule V2s, 8-gram. Clobbered. Okay guys, that concludes my firing test and all the testing I have for now for the PEPPERBALL VKS. I've got to get this bad buddy back to its very happy, lucky, and anxious owner. My final thoughts and results of the PEPPERBALL VKS are that it's amazing. It's expensive, but anything that is worth it and premium will be expensive. You get what you pay for. This is definitely a machine suited to protect you and your household. If you have situations where live firearms are not an option for you, you definitely can protect your home. 16 rounds in each mag of this, high tank output pressure. You can do some serious damage with this. All right, everybody. Daniel Sterling of Sterling Self-Defense is offering a very special package for the fans of the PSI Defense channel. He is an authorized PEPPERBALL dealer, and as such, he must sell the VKS at the MSRP of $1,299. Anyone that sells it below that is probably not an authorized dealer, so buy at your own risk. But if you tell him that Henry from the PSI Defense channel sent you, he's going to include $250 worth of free merchandise and accessories for your brand new VKS, including 2 PEPPERBALL 10-round VKS black magazines, which are nearly impossible to find, a Balder Pro laser tack light combination. It has a green laser, and I believe it's either 800, 1200 lumen rechargeable light. It's a very awesome O-light accessory, all with your brand new VKS. So everything you need to get going, all you need to do is change out the heat core O-ring and you're good to go. He also has a host of other accessories, so ask him what he's got. Yeah, I recommend if you got one of these to definitely invest in a 15 CI 4500 PSI carbon fiber tank from First Strike. You could easily get 4 mags at the highest power with one of these. Put your output pressure to about 1000 PSI and you could shoot 4 mags of 70 joules, no problem with this. Wish I had a little more time with it. I'd be doing some distance testing. The barrel is rifled, as I discussed in one of my previous videos, and if you have shaped projectiles, it has an effective range of 150 feet, which is pretty impressive. You definitely wouldn't need that in any typical home defense scenario, but it does have enough rail space to put any kind of scopes, red dots, flip up scope magnifiers, lasers, tack lights, anything your heart desires. You could definitely do that. And the package that Daniel Sterling offers with the 10 round mags looks a lot more balanced. It looks a lot more like a regular AR-15. This is a Sterling Self-Defense customized VKS. As you can see, it has one of the 10 round black magazines that comes with the PSI Defense channel package that he's offering, and also has a lot of other goodies: black 13 CI tank cover, buttstock, iron sight carrying handle, foregrip. Also has the Balder Pro there. As you can see, he replaced the flash hider with a Hammerhead M50 mock suppressor. Feel free to contact him and ask him for all the VKS goodies that he has in stock. He's got tons of stuff. He can definitely give you a good price on whatever you need. It's a one-to-one AR platform with very similar controls, so that law enforcement officers who are familiar with the AR platform can just easily grab a hold of this, know how to engage, safety, mag release, everything very similar to the AR. One-to-one replica, except with Tiberius, aka First Strike's best blow forward technology, beefed up to handle some of the highest pressures that you will see in less lethal. So all right guys, that's my video for today. I've got plenty more testing on a lot of other toys I've been working on, but for now, until I get my own, I have to say goodbye to the VKS. But it's been a great addition to the arsenal, and we've had a lot of fun with it. If you get one, you are guaranteed to not only have a lot of fun, a lot of pride in your new favorite marker, but you will also be able to effectively protect yourself, your household, your family, and your property. So till next time, please like and share and subscribe. That really helps the channel. Also, make sure you take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Peace out.